Sometimes we need reminding that things aren't as bad as they seem, especially in a world where troublesome times come time and time again. When Smiley first appeared in newspaper Francois, a storm of ominous stories were clouding any inkling of optimism. Like a signpost to somewhere better, the Franklin Luferani designed Smiley directed readers to a dose of feel-good news, an antidote to the frenzy of global strife and forecast of doom. Even as people sought solace in elaborate imaginary worlds, Smiley emerged as an emblem for anyone preferring to swap a narrative of despair with possibility and promise. Then came the darker, hedonistic 80s. As superpowers squared off, workers rebelled, and racial tensions simmered onto the streets. Smiley beamed back at us again, the face of defiant optimism for a generation finding refuge in a subversive underground. As divisive walls tumbled, the 90s ushered in an era of relative peace and squeaky clean pop, which gave new technotopian visions room to bloom. The dawn of the digital age pushed Lou Ferrani's son, Nicholas, to start the Smiley Dictionary in 1997, creating emoticons that codified emotional intelligence into a new universal language and put more feeling into the way we talked through text. As we ticked over into a new millennium, and yet another doomsday scenario fizzled, we began to realize all this digital interconnectivity might actually be tearing us apart. Cue the era of hyper-collaboration, where capital and clout swirl into a real-world recipe for creative connection beyond our screens. As always, Smiley was embraced as a way to refocus minds and recalibrate moods. That's because over the past 50 years of political strife, cultural tension, and consistent predictions of calamity, we at Smiley have stood firm, refusing to accept the world's worst-case scenario. For us, it's never been a naive way to negate the reality of the world, but our form of projecting a better future through positivity, creativity, and coming together. Every time the world teeters on the brink, Smiley rears his reassuring head to face the den with a grin. In 2022, we are marking our 50-year milestone of flashing defiant optimism in the world's face with 50 collaborations that show why smiling back at the world together is exactly how we reclaim what comes next. Whenever you see the Smiley, remember that it's more than just a soothing symbol for what could be right in the world. It's us putting our best face forward, right here, right now.